customers. I always believed that it was at our stores, whether in Mumbai, Hong Kong, Sarajevo, or Pondicherry, that the brand was built. It was here that we had to tell our stories directly to the customer. I argued that great international fashion magazines viewed their primary role as being carriers of international brands to India, while High Design's role was to tell its story to India and to the world, and hence a conflict of interest. They would always treat us as secondary. Sri defended them. She made me advertise consistently to support them, and she was right. I might be correct in my opinion that their primary focus was international brands, but High Design still needed them. The growth of digital has thrown the channels of communication wide open. When a relatively small brand like High Design has over 1 million social media followers and over 300,000 unique visitors monthly on its website, do we need media and PR agencies? How does a media journal justify its 50,000 subscribers and advertising cost of 10 times more than an influencer with 200,000 followers? What role does PR have when we control our social media platforms in house and influencers reach out to us for collaborations? The answer lies in the story the brand tells and how it builds it up. In this book, Sri tells a fascinating story of how Japanese designers brought in a fresh wave with their unique worldview and aesthetics in Paris in the 1980s. All original design is a reflection of its cultural milieu. High Design started with a uniquely international perspective because I was living in the US and was intensely influenced by the cultural revolution of the late 1960s 70s, as were Apple, Ben and Jerry's, whose founders also came out of that intense time. High Design has been formed by both the idealistic values of Orwell and the burst of energy from a newly dynamic India finding its place on the international stage. Brands like High Design that do not follow European trends have a unique and important story to add to the world. Some years ago, I was invited by the Comité Colbert, the collective body of the leaders of French luxury brands, to talk about High Design and its future worldview. From Pascal Moussard of Hermès, Yves Garcel of Louis Vuitton, Sydney Toledano of Dior, Susie Menkes of the New York Times, they were unanimous. You have nothing important to add to the world if you follow us, as we already have many failures struggling to follow the few successes at the top. You must tell your own unique story that adds to the richness of the world's fashion culture. This is a much more difficult task for brands that must build an original, unbeaten path. Commercially, it is so much easier to copy an already known bag than design an original and make it known to the world. That's the continuing role of Sri and her fellow publicists. We build the brands, we build the product, and we have a story to share. But we are not necessarily equipped to share it with the world. The publicist, like Sri, who is a thinker, is the ally that works with our marketing team to craft the story and then to find a way in this very crowded and noisy world to make it stand out. Even noisier now that the digital world makes it so easy. Sri, I am sure you and I will have many battles ahead. But if I, as the brand builder, do my job, and you, the storyteller of the world, do your job, we have a unique and successful contribution to make to the fashion world. The Comité Colbert and its wise leaders were right. Dilip Kapoor is the founder of High Design. Just a little PR for PR. Growing up